Residents of the Wiltshire villages next to Shaftesbury can ride a new on-demand transport service that will bring them to Shaftesbury for shopping or take them to Gillingham railway station, and it's already proving popular. You can book the minibus through an app, track its arrival and ride directly from your door. Dorset Council's watching, but has yet to commit anything similar. I've been talking with Wiltshire and Dorset councillors and a local resident who's tested this new system.
From my usage of it, it's a really good service. I mean, I'd recommend it to people.
That's Jerry Mason, who enjoyed his trip from Tisbury to Shaftesbury for shopping. Wiltshire Connect is designed for people living in rural areas like ours with limited transport choices. And like a fixed bus route, it's a demand-responsive service. You can book through the app up to a week in advance or as little as half an hour before you travel. The vehicles run Monday to Friday from 6 in the morning till 8 at night and Saturdays from 8 until 7:30. Fares are set between £2 and £3, half price for young people and free for concessionary bus pass holders after 9 in the morning. The service was introduced at the start of September to cover East Snoil, Semley, Sedge Hill, Ludwell and the Donheads, running through to Tisbury, but it's not yet available for the Chalk Valley or Berwick St John.
Anything that increases mobility in a rural environment, and particularly for those people who don't drive or don't wish to drive, has got to be an improvement.
That's Jerry Murray. He's the Wiltshire councillor who represents the Donheads.
And from what I see, the scheme is very well put together. The app is very easy to use. I've had feedback from several residents who say that it's a great innovation. So, I think it's going to be a substantial improvement. And reports from other part of Wiltshire County, where it's been in place for some time, are extremely positive.
The experience of using the bus seems to have impressed those who've used it, and Jerry Mason says Wiltshire Connect is more flexible than existing community buses.
Tisbury operates to Shaftesbury. They have set days when they go in on their shopping trips, whereas with this, you can book via the app whenever you want to go, and you get the options available. I tried it out to go from Tisbury into Shaftesbury. I downloaded the app, and when I started booking the call, it gave me a window of 30 minutes when my ideal collection point, which is just up the road. You get directions on the app on where to pick the bus up from. Bus was actually on time to within a minute. Very friendly driver. Off we went. Really nice new clean bus. Certainly one of their sort of minibuses, but it's very clean, well equipped. The route our driver took was via from Tisbury to Shaftesbury, was via Newtown and Pitt House, Hatch House, and around the back roads. It didn't make any difference. I mean, there weren't many people on it. It didn't pick anybody up en route, but I would guess that's the way they'd chosen to go. And I guess if they'd had people in the Donheads, they could have diverted down there to pick up fairly easily. Got there in around about 20 minutes. Return journey was the same. In fact, the driver was a couple of minutes early, so he actually waited until his scheduled pickup time and dropped me back just back in the village again. It really was a really good service. I mean, the Shaftesbury is somewhere we can't get to from Tisbury, and unless you have your own transport. So Shaftesbury is a sort of bit out of the way. Whereas we can get to Gillingham on the train or into Salisbury on the train, but places like Warminster and Shaftesbury are now that much easier to get to. And if you've got the bus pass, it's £2 a trip, which is it's worth the money.
Wiltshire Connect buses already run into Shaftesbury High Street, raising the question, could or should Dorset follow? Councillor Derek Beer represents Shaftesbury and says he has 40 years' experience in transport. He says Dorset is currently concentrating on patching up existing inter-urban services.
My burning ambition and my mission, if you like, for months or years has been to improve what we've got inter-urban and make that better so people can go and can use it better. Because crikey, when they are doing it well, the buses are really rammed. For instance, between Blandford down to Poole or Salisbury down to Bournemouth, they are really, really busy, especially at leisure time.
Derek Beer says Dorset already has a form of bookable community transport, but it hasn't been promoted with the same fanfare.
Dorset Community Transport are pretty good at that. We've got that already. It's not doesn't have the same publicity as this new launch that's come with Wiltshire Connect, but it is there. We have got that. Maybe we just need to remind people. The work here has always been in collaboration with Wiltshire Council, and this Wiltshire Connect, a large part of that was out of will to get something from Gillingham up to Warminster and Stourhead. We've been working in collaboration. So as a Dorset councillor, if you like, my responsibility up here has been to try and make that work. We had really productive meetings with them and we knew when it was going to start. There's even bigger improvements to come to that. What I'd like to see is actually what I've been working on is improving what we've got to make the connectivity better, and we've got the Saturday buses back, connectivity back in Gillingham towards Stir and so on, and not really interesting to your people, but out of Sherborne, out that's better now, and out of Crewkerne south that's better. So we've been working on that really hard, and we've made improvements. I think Dial-A-Ride needs to be around the villages where there's not a regular bus service.
But Wiltshire's approach seems very different. A modern app for booking, fixed low fares, broad eligibility. It's caught attention, and Derek admits Dorset could learn lessons.
I saw Wiltshire Connect arrive this morning with young people getting off it, and I thought that's great. That's what it's meant to do. It's bringing people to work. We can learn from that.
And that opportunity might come soon with Dorset Council consulting on its local transport plan, which does touch on the possibility of demand-responsive services for remote villages.
Our local transport plan is a bit woolly, but that can incorporate that sort of stuff. I just want to see us do this better. It's my new responsibility, if you like, moving forward and making what we've got with public transport so much better.
Just from looking at it, it seems that Wiltshire Council have done a lot better job than Dorset Council with that service. Why doesn't Dorset go to Wiltshire and ask them how they've done it and nick their ideas?
Well, I have that conversation anyway. Look at Devon and look at Wiltshire, and we can learn a lot from that. There's a very small team at Dorset Council, a very, very tiny team on transport, and so they do have a lot to do, and they've spent a lot of time making sure that people can get to school and that sort of thing, the priorities that they expect to do by government.
But Wiltshire will have the same challenges, won't they? They'll have the same stuff.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right.
But can Shaftesbury and Dorset residents pick up the bus in Shaftesbury and ride across the county boundary into Wiltshire? Councillor Murray's not sure.
That's a very interesting point, Kerry. I don't think at the moment it is possible to start your journey from a destination in Dorset. If there was a way of, doing the return journey from Shaftesbury for Dorset residents, that might be possible.
If you're a resident of the Wiltshire villages next to Shaftesbury and you want to ride Wiltshire Connect, you need to download the Wiltshire Connect app from your preferred app store and follow the simple sign-up steps. And they're offering 2 free rides to see whether you like the service.